Hey, this is Niels on Dynasty. Please like, share, and subscribe. Be kind, helpful, and grateful. Buy yourself some silver, some platinum, and some crystallized osmium. It's just the thing to do. Uh, I've been talking about this. This company hasn't been around long. When it first came on my radar, I mean, it has not been on the stocks for maybe a couple months. I'm not exactly sure, so I don't want to say because I don't want to be wrong, but not long. Less than a year, I'd imagine. Uh, it's NEE. It's nanonuclear. Uh, what is it? Nanonuclear. What do we call this? Oh, you got me now. Let me see. Nanonuclear energy. That's it. It's a company I've been talking about for modular nuclear reactors and micro nuclear reactors. And hey, what's up, C4? I just got a report. A friend of mine, he has Good Morning Stackers named Joe. I asked him to look into it, and he did a stock. What's up, Joseph? He did a stock. What do you call that? A chart, technical analysis on it, and he came up with his own little YouTube show this evening for it that says nanonuclear is up 140% past week or so. So I decided I'd do a live stream and give you all a little reason for several reasons why it's up, and it's going to go a lot higher. Here's the report. Nanonuclear energy highlights recent acquisition of key worldwide patent portfolio surrounding the design of a modular transportable nuclear generator. I had done a video on that. Kronos, I believe, is the name of it. They also are working on Zeus, another one they're working on. Patents recently acquired from Ultrasafe Nuclear added protections relating to nanonuclear's proprietary portable and modular microreactors in development, Zeus and Odin, as well as recently acquired Kronos MMR, which is the micro nuclear reactor, and Loki, another micro nuclear reactor. New York, January 23rd, 2025. Global Newswire, nanonuclear energy, NASDAQ stock symbol NNE. A leading advanced nuclear energy technology company focused on developing clean energy solutions today highlighted its recent acquisition of a more important intellectual properties pertaining to its modular reactor technologies under development, encompassing patents granted across multiple jurisdictions. The acquired patent portfolio includes, and it gives some patent numbers, titled Modular Transportable. Whoa, hold on. The acquired patent portfolio indicates patents number US 10,229,757B2 titled Modular Transportable Nuclear Generators, granted by the United States Patent and Trademark Office. Wow, this is getting interesting. As well as related patents issued in Canada, Russia, Federation of Japan, People's Republic of China, Republic of Korea, and World Intellectual Property Organization. The patents were recently acquired by Nanonuclear in its previous announced transition with Ultrasafe Nuclear Corps. The patent portfolio grants Nanonuclear additional projects surrounding the transportable compact modular nuclear generator system and supports variable operations with multiple core configurations and applications, including generation of electrical power and processes heat. This intellectual property is expected to enhance the protections for Nanonuclear's own proprietary advanced portable Zeus and Odin. So it sounds like they bought out their competition along with their patents. And let's see, it's giving some other stuff. Okay. Before I go to talk, I might as well finish this up. Energy systems are designed to be easily transportable and retrievable, including systems developed by passively ensure cool cooling under all accident scenarios, which means it's totally 100% safe, and may provide power rating from 10 to 45 megawatts. Their design aims to reduce the balance of plant shrinking, the minimized size of the reactor, simplifying its cooling system, and decreasing the system's footprint on site. Additionally, patents designed to enable multiple microreactors to be clustered. Ooh, they can cluster. Wow, dude, you guys need to seriously look into this. These people here, hey, what's up, 79? Hey, Joseph. Nano Nuclear seems to have their just wrapped their legal foothold around the micro transportable congenial system of micronuclear energy from 4 to 45 megawatts, meaning after a Katrina type event where a whole city gets knocked out of power, one of these portable nuclear generators, after created, can be brought in on a semi truck, plug the whole city in, and they're back in power within 24 hours of a disaster. This is incredible technology. And as I said, another friend of mine, Joe from Good Morning Stackers, did a report saying the stock price in the past week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. I didn't watch his report, so I don't know exactly how long, but the company hasn't been around that long. But over, I imagine the past week and a half, it's gone up 140%. And it is not reflecting any of the economic woes. What's up, Hunter? It's not demonstrating any of the woes of the market. This thing has been fast-tracked by regulators, fast-tracked by the courts and environmentalists to get pushed out. And in Trump's speech today, he was talking to the EU via video. He was in America and the EU. Obviously, he was in Davos, I think, Switzerland. And he had stated that there's going to be an energy system. And he didn't say micronuclear, but, and I don't want to quote directly, but it was something to the fact of, he stated in his speech that America is coming up with a power system that you can directly hook up to a large manufacturing plant, and they'll never have to pay another power bill, easing the concerns, or helping to ease the concerns of the European Union, who were on that live stream with him that was televised, and that America is in the energy game. And when BRICS invited Saudi Arabia to join and they didn't join, I did a video report stating that the energy sector of the world did not get transferred to BRICS. It's in America's hands. That puts all the micro nuclear energy in the small modular reactors, all the oil, all the natural gas, all the power, pretty much GDP wise, as Rick Rule would say, is in the control of the Americas. Same is going to happen this year for platinum. That's why I tell you people to invest in platinum. It's not financial advice by no means, but the mechanism of controlling the price right now and forever has been in Africa, South Africa's hands, and Russia's hands, mostly South Africa. It got turned over to BRICS and China in, I think, 2011 or 13. I'm not exactly sure anymore exactly when South Africa joined BRICS and signed up to the One Belt Road Initiative, giving China total control of the platinum market and its pricing. That's why it was manipulated down, in my personal opinion. The opening up of clean air energy in Canada, Thunder Bay, the newest discovery, platinum vein, largest one in the world, they're going to get in the core sample this spring. And that right there will be the genesis or the linchpin of taking the platinum industry away from BRICS and China and putting it squarely in the West's hands as well. These are two dynamic economic things that are happening in our lifetime that I want to bring your attention to, for you to further investigate for yourself, so that you might want to take advantage of, because there is great financial gain to be had in those two markets, the small and micro nuclear reactor markets, and platinum. And platinum hasn't started running yet. I don't know exactly when. I know by spring it will. But this nano nuclear energy, NNE, has already jumped up 140% in like a week or two. It went from, like, I think it was on the 21st, it was $23, and it's now like $45, $46, $44. I'm not exactly sure, but it's up there. And I've been mentioning it and talking about it in my live streams and on some of my videos. And I'm hoping to enlighten you guys, to at least get you interested in looking at these things on your own, to see if you want to invest your own time, energy, and effort and money into these things. But they're going to be popping. And after they pop, I'm telling you, like Nano NNE is probably going to be like a Tesla of the energy market. Tesla is to the car industry what nano nuclear energy is going to be to the energy industry. There are going to be other companies out there, but they're going to be the leaders. I anticipate the stock price to be the same. It'll follow what Tesla did in the car manufacturing industry. Hey, what's up, Art? And that means they're going to be leaders of the industry. They're going to have the highest stock price. It's going to hold for the longest time. And with this acquisition of these patents and this intellectual property rights they have, and with worldwide recognition from several different countries that I just read to y'all, they're going to have total control of this market for quite some time, which means that their market share, it's going to go through the roof. Their stock price continue to rise no matter what happens in the economy. As a matter of fact, the worse the economy gets, the higher their stock price will go, because they are the energy sector of the future. And as I said, Trump in a statement or in his speech or in his talk with, hey, quit it, you, in his talk with the EU and in Davos through his video conference, had mentioned that America is going to be producing energy device that a large manufacturing plant can hook up to the side of their building and will never have to pay another energy bill. And these micro nuclear reactors are 100% safe and also provide between 4 and 45 megawatts of power. So if you have, and I'm using this as an example because I've already stated that a lot of European companies that can move their manufacturing to America are moving them to America. Write it in the book. It's going to happen. I guarantee it. And the ones that can't are going to be looking for energy subsidies, SMRs, micro nuclear reactors. In other words, NNE, stock ticker for nanonuclear energy. They are going to be taken off all year into next year. They might have some slowdown, some sideways action, but other than that, it's pretty much going to be upwards, and upwards, especially if they keep getting all this good information and good news. They just got this acquisition. That's why they jumped so high. Any other good news? The first time they sell one, it's going to bump again. The first time they sell 10, it's going to bump again. It's constantly going to go up because they're going to be leading, innovating, most importantly, leading. Every lead, as long as they keep the lead with every innovation to that lead, their stock price is going to jump. And they've got lots of innovations coming. That's my look at that company. As stock symbol NNE. Past week's already gone up 140%. Stocks aren't going crazy like that right now, but this one is. And also platinum. Again, if you, here's not financial advice, Clean Air Metals again, less than 6 cents, 5 cents a stock right now. When Impala Mines, the second largest platinum miner of the world, was in their heyday at the highest of their operations, and their costs were low because they were mining towards the surface, not towards the bottom of the vein, their stock price was in the 40s and 50s, and they were paying dividends. So they're going out of business. I've been reporting that for the past year and a half. Clean Air Metals is going to take their place. Actually, they're probably going to take over Angola as the number one platinum supplier to the world with the amount of platinum they have in the vein that they discovered. Having said that, I don't know how long it's going to take before their stock price is worth $30, $40, or $50, and they're paying dividends. And I mentioned paying dividends, meaning if they're paying 50 cents a share and you have 10,000 shares you bought at 5 cents, you have one hell of a residual income. It'll take 3-4 years for you to get a return on investment. But $1,000 right now in that, or $500 to get you like 100,000 shares. And if you're collecting $1 a share in dividends in 3 to 5 years, that's $100,000 a year in dividends. If they're paying 25 cents a share in dividends, that's $25,000 a year of residual income, all for $1,000 or $500 investment you're making right now. And that will happen. And if they sell the company, the shares will go to the new company or get split, and you'll still have as much and as many shares and dividends payouts. So it's a real good, in my personal opinion, not being financial advice, a good way to go. I like where you're going with there. It is totally educational. But in saying it's educational, not being a financial advisor, again, nanonuclear energies went up 140% in less than 2 weeks. So I don't want to say I made that call because I don't want, hey, what's up, Matthew? I don't want to say, I don't want anyone to say, oh, I heard Neil say this fucking 6 years ago or whatever, because it'll be too late by then. But a lot of people like being first and getting things right. I also made the call of Rolls-Royce about 1.5 years ago when it went up 150%. I told a couple people to buy it, and it was on my channel too. I've got videos on it. So I'm glad it made you rich. That's very good for you, Matthew. I'm still upset that no one voted for me for president because they're already upset with Trump. He ain't done nothing yet. Hell, if you voted for me for president, none of those issues would have come up. No cash to do that, brother. Yeah, there you go. Make that money while you can. Transition it into take your profits as it goes up. Pool your original investment plus a little profit margin and turn that into another investment. That way, you take that $100. Say it goes up to $500. You pull out $200. You throw that at XRP, for example, and you get yourself 100 shares of that, and it jumps up to $5. Now you got that 200 went to like 1,000. Now you take it out just in time to buy $1,000 worth of silver when it starts making it run, and then you make like $3,000 on that. So now you got $4,000 or $5,000 off from a $100 investment and 3 months chasing cycles. And once you learn about cycles, Ninja's teaching about cycles. Once you learn about cycles and how they run and when they run approximately, you can jump on them. You have to wait a while, sometimes a couple months, sometimes a couple weeks. But once you find out these cycles and learn about these cycles, and they're in every, the economy runs in cycles. And once you learn about these cycles, you can jump. You can, like I'm hoping like Matthew will do. Take $100 in that meme coin, turn it into 500, pull 200 out. So that way it's all pure profit. If you lose, it's no big deal. Don't cry over it because you already got your money back. Take your money back with 100% profit, throw it into another investment that'll do the same thing. And again, you watch the cycles. Right now is altcoin season. Every 4 years it happens. It'll be altcoin season right after BTC will run. It'll go up. Everybody will be like, why aren't there altcoins running? Why aren't there altcoins running? BTC stalls, altcoins run. BTC starts running again, alts stall. You'll hear people say, why aren't there alts running? Why aren't there alts running? And then after BTC runs up to about 140, 150, it'll stop, hang out for a while, and the alts will run again. So it's still a buying opportunity for alts in this little stall time. It's a cyclical thing. It's cycles. It happens all the time. You can read it like a goddamn book. Actually, you should be able to read it like a book. And everyone should be able to freaking make money like that. And of course, God working the way he works in his ultimate humor. I figured this shit out in the time of my life where I have freaking zero income, zero money, and I'm tapped out because the past 4 years I've done nothing but been horrible to me in any business venture I tried or anything, actually, even work. It's just been horrible. But I've hung in there, stayed positive, and haven't been negative. Haven't told anyone I'm negative. Haven't told anyone about all the horrors I've gone through. And stayed positive, and it will pay off. That's where I say perspective. Sweet. I actually, I got everybody in the world beat on the purchasing of XRP. I have, as a matter of fact, hold on. Let me see if I can get it out here. I'll show y'all. I think it's right here. Yep, here it is. Take my Band-Aid off my camera. And oh, this is harder than it looks. See the shadow? That's my hand going over the camera trying to get the fucking. There we go. Ah, I did it. I did it, Batman. I did it. Hey, people, this is Mules on Dynasty. Don't follow me. I'm a nut. I got this. Ooh, yeah. 1/2 ounce of silver. And you know what else? And I got to cover that up because there's a code. I cover that up, Neil. It's code. Woo! There's 100 XRP on this silver coin. It's a collectible. Right there, you see the number 102. There was only 500 of these made in the world. And it's got 100 XRP on it. And it was given to me. So I got 100 XRP for free, for free. And I was going to get some freaking Satoshi on a coin had the guy gone through with it. But he had some issues, and I understand the issues, and he hasn't rotated back over to try that projects in the past. But he was going to do a coin that had Bitcoin on it. Yeah, of course it's the Ninja coin. Come on, man. You're talking to Neil, baby. Of every show you could ever go to, you're only going to get one show with the Ninja's #1 mod and good friend. Oh, that's me. Yeah. And I still don't have that many people here. I only got 8 people here. Ninja gets 30,000. I get 8. And I appreciate every one of you. I do. I don't want to grow that big. I don't want people coming in here who don't want to learn. I would rather have a higher intellectual, low viewer. Fuck the monetary shit. I like the interaction that we have. I like that you people keep coming back with some interesting stuff. And I hope you're learning a little something, because I'm actually giving some pretty good information out, even though it's not financial advice, like Art Collector wrote earlier quite eloquently. This information is for educational purposes only and is not intended for financial advice. Please consult a financial advisor before making any investment decision. That'd be, and then he put nail right behind it. And I say nail because I before E except after C only applies in English. Proper names, it's N-E-I-L. So that actually would say Nile or nail. Nile, Nile, nail. I don't know. It's not how I spell my name, so I don't know how you say it. But I don't care. I'm not making any of art. You can call me whatever the hell you want. It doesn't hurt my feelings. Shh. Man, with all the work I'm doing next door on the fencing. Hey, what's up, Jam? Boy, you just missed a good one. I gave away a couple good. You can watch it. 79 was here. I haven't banned her yet. Thinking about it, but I appreciate that. Press it twice. No, 3 times. It likes odd numbers. Press it 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 times. Don't press it 2, 4, 6, or 8 because it goes back to not showing anything and it doesn't count. Damn fucking math. There you go. Hey, and keep an eye on that little dog, man. I saw that sucker on the 5th go around tonight. Almost fell in a hole, buddy. JM had a good little. We had a good show at JM's tonight. We were able to converse with him in his dog walking ventures in that white stuff, in this stuff, but the stuff that's on the ground, and it's real cold outside. And the smoke is not smoke; it's actually cold air. Ugh, shit, that's nasty stuff. That's what I'm talking about. I was getting dizzy, man. I stood up and I started going to the right, man. Third reverse, and it's like spinning around with a bat on your head. Just make sure that you don't hear your dogs talk English when you play it backwards, JM. That would get you a couple million views overnight. Matter of fact, you're in an AI shit. You ought to do that. Play it back. Play it forward next time, JM. You ought to do this seriously, dude. Next time you do a loop like that, do it like 3 times forward. Take the time to do it in reverse and dance. And like AI, the dogs speaking English only. And when you do it in reverse, dude, you will get freaking mega hits. I'm telling you, people will watch it. They'll be stuck to the TV for fucking 15 minutes, each of them, 1 million people. You ought to try it, JM, if you heard me, man. Hey, what's up, Nickel? Oh, dude, it's a great idea. I want 10%. You're going to be rich. What you need to do now is think of a theme that you're going to make the dogs talk about that's popular at the time, so you can keep changing it up and not use the same thing every time. So that way, like The Simpsons, that way every time that you do it, it'll be different and people will watch. And it'll still have a relative point to the time, whatever day that you're doing it in whatever week. You're going to make a lot of money on that one, buddy. What's up, Crafty? But that's how you do that one, JM, You're going to be rich. You have a good evening, brother. Throw on a couple fucking extra heated socks, earmuffs, gloves, and jacket, and then start a fire, take a torch or two, and then go outside where you have some real warmth. Crazy bastard. All you guys are crazy living in that cold shit. And you see me, I got a thermal on and a space age. Believe it or not, this thin thing right here, you can see my thumbs through. I can go out in this thing in about 40-degree weather and still be sweating if I go to work. Just this thin motherfucker, some space age shit. Actually, I think it's... Does it have the name on it? Yeah, it's got the name on it right there. How do you do this? Go backwards. Some sort of space age shit. See? Space age cool. It says cool, but it fucking keeps you hot. Like wicks away body moisture or some shit like that. It works. Some of that space stuff Nickel knows about. The space age technology stuff that keeps the astronauts warm in space stuff. Come up here, baby girl. See, look at that. Jin with the engines coming up here. Say hey to you guys. Oh, bye-bye. She saw Nickel and split. Sorry, Nickel. That's what you get for not answering your phone. You ever turn off your other live stream? You had 2 live streams going the other day. I left you a message for you to go in and turn it off. There you go. My talking pet. And you know, with that AI and what you've done with those songs, dude, I know you can whip out something. I have full faith and confidence you can whip something out and make some money on that, bro. Matter of fact, I'd start a separate channel for that and just do loops and leave it running. And then as you get loops, put the loops where the dog's talking and then stack them to where you have like fucking 10 hours of fucking playtime. Just leave that fucker run, see how many views you get. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be cheesy ass son of a bitch when I move to Alabama. I'm going to get a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom. One of those bedrooms, specifically for the cats, all cat shit. And the window's going to be open. And I'm going to have a cat patio on the outside with a camera so they can interact with outside cats. And I'm going to have a special channel run 24/7. There you go, Matthew. Get in touch with me that way. Oh, there's my sweetie. Chloe. And those 2 right there. There's a cat outside that window. Yeah, I got seeds. Hell, I just found the seeds. I don't know what the fuck did I... Oh yeah, they're in my fucking thing outside. I might have some seeds up here too. These are my Oh yeah. So I got 2 places for seeds. I got some seeds. Okay, first off, yeah, these are seeds. Obviously, carrots, watermelon, shit like that. That's not what I'm talking about. The seeds I'm talking about. Come in a package like that. You have to put them there, and that's the kind of seeds that Matthew wants. Matthew doesn't want no watermelon seeds. I don't know. You might. Matthew, do you want watermelon seeds? I'm kidding. I know you don't. We are not potheads. Does this look like a pot 79? Quit spamming. You want to see potheads? Oh, here we go. My buddy here. I can show you this. I was talking about. Where is it? This he does a financial show, PMs and crypto. He'll take, you throw down a stock ticker symbol or a crypto, and he'll do a technical analysis for you. Damn these commercials. Yeah, I'll send you some seeds, Matthew.
Let's talk about nano
Damn, my phone doesn't work, man. Anyhow, he's talking about nano-nuclear right there.
Let's take a look at the price, and I'm going to technically take my first look at the technicals of nano-nuclear. What would be some good potential profit-taking targets along the way?
Right there, that green one.
Okay, so
from
first off, nuclear technology. I'm very
right there to right there is a 140% move. It happened in like 3 days. Yeah, I know. I'm not too well prepared for this crap. But that's why there's only 9 of you, not 9,000. Because I'm not good at this crap. Hey, what's up, Jeff? Jeffro Bodine. The channel that never sleeps. You just missed a good freaking show, bro. It was just like I gave away platinum, I gave away silver, I gave away a couple girls, I gave away fucking some Beanie Babies, some Hot Wheels. I gave it all away, bro. You missed it. It was like 5 minutes ago. I don't give a fuck about money, man. As long as you buy platinum for yourself, I'll send you the seeds. Just give me an address. Hold on. Who gave? Whoa. Hold on here. Art just jumps in here and says some crazy shit. Let me go back up here. Where's the last thing you said, Art? Nickel, my groceries are more expensive. And then you jump in there and say, he gave me a ninja coin. Who gave you a ninja coin, Art? And a kilo of platinum. What the fuck? What kind of friends you got? Introduce me. I want a kilo of platinum. Oh, you're telling. Okay. Sorry, I missed it. That was my bullshit line. You were running with it. I appreciate it. Took me a while to catch up. I'm kind of stoned right now. Actually, no, I'm not, but I'm going to be. Yeah, I didn't do the StreamYard, so I can't have anyone up on panel or anything like that. I'll do StreamYard on Saturday. And we'll probably talk about, here we go. Get a list, if you come into the Sunday show, of the Trump patents that bother you. If you're a supporter and or not supporter. Because I voted for me, okay? I mean, of the two that could have won, obviously, I feel he's the better choice. But if I was there, I feel I was the better choice. Because I know exactly how to get this economy running. And I explained it with this, and I knew it was coming. I knew the micronuclear is going to play the freaking huge role in the energy market. I knew that Saudi Arabia getting out of BRICS was going to be key for America keeping control of the energy market. And if America keeps control of the energy market, we get manufacturing. And America becomes a manufacturing country again. You know what happened last time America was a manufacturing company? Look at this. You guys got me talking. And I was ready to pack my bowl. And I didn't even clean the son of a bitch. Now I got to put it back in here and start this process all over again. But yeah, and if you threaten tariffs on top of everything, you get fucking countries' attention. More importantly, you get companies' attention. And they start seeing a geopolitical threat. And they run to safe haven. America. You're going to see such a fucking building boom. It's going to be pathetic. All you guys into construction, if you get your TWIC card, you'll probably get a better paying job. TWIC card opens you up for working at ports of entry, like dock spaces, airports, high security areas for being a civilian. What the TWIC card basically is it's a security, an FBI background check, security check on you, Satan, that you are, you're not a threat. Nothing in your past says you can be a threat. And at this time in history, you want the government to look at you as a non-threat. And it also opened up jobs. So it's a twofer. Yeah, Matthew, I'm going to talk about that one too, but on Sunday. We're saving that conversation for Sunday so we can have a good long talk and get everyone involved. That in particular one bothers me too, but I have an aspect of a viewpoint that actually Trump could take on that one that I'm kind of hoping he does, because otherwise that one really bothers me. But let's get back to things that aren't going to be on part of Sunday's conversation. That's the TWIC card. With this TWIC card right here, I can go on any port anywhere in America. And with the American Shipbuilding Act being passed, and it will be passed, and it'll be fast-tracked by this next Congress, probably in February, and they're going to throw money at it and fast-track it. What that means is they're going to be rebuilding every dock, port that has every deep water port for sure. All smaller ports will get upgraded and modernized, and they're going to build 100 1,000-foot long ships in 2 to 3 years. That's shitloads of work. It takes 2 to 3 months to get this card. You need this card if you're going to take care of any of that work, because you're going to be at a port of entry. So if you already have this card, when this work comes up, you'll be able to get that job that day and not have to wait 2 to 3 months for your security FBI background check to get this card. So I'm giving you a heads up in advance if you're in any kind of business, like hell, yeah, even businesses that deal with any kind of, and I'm not talking just shipbuilding. In shipbuilding, you have transportation, you have piping, you have electronics, you have communications, you have all kinds of things that are going into that ship that are industry related, that you will need a TWIC card to go do that job. That have nothing to do with really shipbuilding. It has to do with the electronics, it has to do with the piping. Piping's at refineries, it's at warehouses, it's also in boats. So it's a lot larger field than you think when you think shipbuilding. We're not used to shipbuilding because America hasn't been building ships. We're fixing to be a shipbuilder. We're fixing to be, it's going to be great, man. We're going to be a manufacturing nation again. And we're moving into it. Right now is the time for opportunity, for positioning yourself to be a company getting that. The Shipbuilding Act, okay, you guys are probably thinking, oh yeah, that's money and someone's going to get it and hire people. You. If you know it's coming and you live in a port of entry, Miami, San Diego, deep port fucking access, Jacksonville. A lot of big fucking bases, big fucking cities that have big, New York, Boston, lots of places. And if you have yourself that card, you'll be the first one to have a job when they start redoing these ports. And you will be like a foreman when everyone else gets their card to be able to get that job. This is coming in a couple months, man. If you're worried about losing your job, it'll be high paying jobs. It might be new to you, but if you got a TWIC card, they don't give a fuck. They'll train you. They'll need people that actually have that card. Right now, we have a shutdown going on. Martinez is right across the water here. It's like shit as crow flies 3 miles to get there by car. It's like 20. So I got to go down to the other bridge and go over the bridge and then come back up. They're having a shutdown. Friend of mine, Silverboy Blues, he's probably already in bed. His friend over there in Ohio is flying out here to Martinez, right over here, to work a shutdown that we're having. He's going to be getting about $120 an hour. He's got the TWIC card. They're flying per diem, paying for his place, his hotel, subsistence, and top pay with overtime. Guaranteed 7/12s for a month. And this guy's in Ohio. He's got all the prerequisites to get the job, and they're flying him out here. You know how much money he's going to make? That's the type of opportunity I'm talking about that every one of you could have if you take the right cards right now in anticipation for bills that are passed in Congress, because we are transitioning. Hey, Arlie, we're transitioning from a consumer nation, to a production manufacturing nation. Bottom line, last time that happened, we used tariffs. It built America's manufacturing. Let me put it this way. A couple years after McKinley used tariffs successfully in the 1890s, Industrial Revolution happened to America, the greatest expansion time in history. That's what's coming. On the Ohio rivers, the Mississippi rivers, the river up there in actually Idaho has a Pacific port. Idaho, because that river that goes between 2 states, Washington and Oregon. It goes and it goes into Idaho, and they've got a Pacific port in Idaho. They're going to get business. So if you live in the west coast of Idaho, you can get a TWIC card. You'll get a top paying job in Idaho working at ports of entry. Because I guarantee you they're going to redo that one. That one's a very, very big port of entry for the West Coast. Northwest, San Francisco, LA, big ones, Alameda, all that shit. My town, we used to build submarines right here, right across the Napa River. Actually, if I go outside, I can see it. I can actually see where they launched the submarines. It's a port. They might start fucking hiring there. I've got all the. It's right there. Of course, I'll quit ironworking to take that job. I mean, it's 5 minutes from my house. Hell yeah, I'll take that job. I'm used to driving 5 hours round trip for a freaking job. Let's see. Medical marijuana cards are good. Okay. I don't think so. I don't think you should need one. Well, you got your TWIC card? Whoa, yeah. Oh, yeah. This was going to show 79. Get out of my way, Ginger. Out of my way, girl. I should be playing Star Wars music right now or something like that. I am the king. No, I haven't trimmed it yet. I've got 2 pounds of shit already curing in jars right there, and I got extra, so I just leave it out. But this will show you I'm not a pothead. I'm a grower. And as in all cases, what's up, Daryl? As in all cases, anyone who grows here in California, they're like, oh, I can grow. And then growing season comes, and then I pull out my buds, and they pull out their buds, and they're like, dude, you can grow. And I'm like, yeah, I told you before the season started, you need to follow some basic procedures if you wanted huge-ass plants. It's kind of simple. It's real easy and costs you nothing. Well, $20. That's about it. And you can get 8, 10, 12 footers. Get about 4 or 5 pounds plant. Well, average about a pound every 3 foot. So if you got a 9 footer, you got about 3 pounds. 2.5. They're at the window again. You can see Dixie right there. She's probably talking to Grayman. What's 79 talking shit again? The land of fruit and nuts. Girl, I can't argue with that, actually. There's some fucking nutty ass motherfuckers out here. But on the plus side, it allows me to grow weed and not fuck with me. So I developed a great system. I was able to perfect the system while out here, and I earned a fucking retirement, for which I'm going to be taking early retirement this year. And the early retirement check is going to be enough to pay my mortgage of my house in Alabama. So I'll be set. Actually, it'll be more than enough to pay the mortgage. It'll pay the mortgage and probably a majority of the bills. So I'll be at zero. Hey, thank you very much for showing up, Jeff. You work safe, okay, brother? Yeah, what was I talking about? I was talking shit to 79. See, I got stoned and forgot. You're lucky, 79, wherever you are. I don't like pointing my finger at people. I'll be like, whole hand? I can do the whole hand, but ooh. See, I fucked my hand up, man. See all that black, that fucking there. Fucking all up there. I tore down that thorn bush, man. Oh, god damn. That thing was, there was like 3 of them. They hadn't been trimmed in like 20 freaking years, and they wanted to build a fence, and they said, "Oh, we got 2-foot clearance," and they were like right on the fence line. I was like, "You fucking pieces of crap!" But I did the work. Oh, and someone said they wanted a video. I'll get the video tomorrow. It'll be finished. The fence will be finished. What I do, Matthew, I do things differently when I because I don't have a lot of drying bags, and I get so much. It takes me like 2 weeks to a month to crop out, because what I'll do is I'll take the outer, because when my plants grow, I get tops from the bottom limb all the way up, and then they get smaller as you get into the interior of the plant. So I'll give it a trim, and I'll take all the tops. I'll start letting them dry. Once they dry, or before they dry, I'll clip off all the big water leaves while it's growing. After I cut all the tops off, while it's still wet, I'll take off all the rest of the leaves and leave it hanging till it's semi-dry, and then put it in there. Well, no, first round after I do that, I stick it right in the drying bag. It's got 7 layers to it. Second round, I do a week or 2 later, let the sun get to it a little bit more, and even though it's in shock, it might get a little growing, might get a little more stony. And then I do a secondary cutting and stick it up I put twine up, and I leave it hanging until the first part is totally dried and ready to go to curing. And then I'll do the transfer over, and then I'll do the third final trimming of the plant. So that's how I have to do it, because I don't have enough equipment to handle all that I grow, to do it all at once. It's actually a bitch, because then I get fucking sticky finger like 3 different fucking times, and man, that shit's sticky, and it sucks, because you'd be able to take one finger and like touch the scissors, and the scissors will pick up and be stuck to your finger, and then you try and use the scissors and they won't open up because they're stuck closed. It's too much fucking resin. And then you got to clean the whole motherfuckers and then use it again, and 5-10 minutes happens again. I hate crop out. It's the worst time of growing. I like everything about growing except for fucking cutting it down. It sucks, cutting it and trimming it. Fucking sucks. And I got pictures. My shit's got, you can see the trichomes on it, on the plant, on the leaves, on the water leaves. I have trichomes. I mean, they're sticky. I actually should do some water extraction hash, but I don't want to fuck around with that. That's also too much work. I'm a lazy bastard. But there's a lot of things I could do with the weed and whatnot. Let's see, I got it here somewhere. I got too many fucking pictures. I know I didn't delete them because they're good looking weed. It's good looking pictures. Maybe I did delete them. Oh, no, here it is. Can you see that? I mean, I know it's not the best picture, but you can damn sure see those trichomes, and it's over every part of that plant. Especially down here. Where's that? That one right there. You see all the trichomes on that leaf? My shit is sticky, bro. Here's another shot. There's the leaves. That's just the leaf. That's not the bud. And you can even see the profile right there of the trichome. That's how big the trichomes are. And like I said, you can see it's a fucking leaf. These are all leaves, and they got that kind of trichome on them. Matter of fact, I think that's a bug stuck on it. No, it's not. Kind of looks like it. Shit looks alien, man. But anyhow, that's what happens when you don't use any chemicals and you learn about symbiosis and fungi networks. Nature. And you get good shit like that. And those are the seeds I'll be sending you. That's what your shit should look like. That, or I actually got mixed seed. That, or those ones aren't purple. I have this one seed I developed, Matthew, and it's mixed. I'll send you probably like 10, and you might get one that's, or two even. The stalk will be purple. The limbs will be purple. The leaves will be purple. The only thing green on the fucker is the bud, and it's got purple in it. It's a fucking kick-ass plant. Totally natural. You just have to have water to it. Motherfucker be growing, you'd be like, holy shit, I'm gonna get stoned when I smoke this stuff. Tony, let's see, Jeffro. Am I threatening 79? No, not on video. I never get caught, especially if there's cameras around, because I'll. Nah, self-incrimination is something I do not do. I want nothing but the best for you while the tape is rolling. Because in front of the judge, I'll be like, I got a tape, man. I wished her nothing but the best. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know how she fell out of that window, officer. Aren't you guys like knowing how to do that shit? Don't you do it all the time? You should know how it works. I don't know how she Epsteined herself. Oh, the cop would definitely throw you in jail. You say that to him. Cop would be like, motherfucker, you're going down. Yeah, I never suggest saying that to a cop. I probably would, but I wouldn't suggest you do it. Actually, there was a cop, I think Fremont cop, guy across the street. He went to Japan for like a month, and he just moved in like a year ago. He's been fixing his house up. I'm neighborhood watch, so and he knows this. We became friends, and I can go in his house, his yard, and check it out and shit. Well, he didn't tell. There's this other Fremont cop. He's like in a family, and all like cops, but he's like a respiratory therapist. So while he was gone, I know one of the cops, his cousin, he's a cop, and I know him. So I knew he was probably gonna stop by, right? But this other cat stopped by, right? He was a cop. I didn't know. I don't give a fuck. He pulled up. I was outside taking care of my yard and shit. And I see this guy pull up and walk in my neighbor's yard and just going back. I was like, oh hell no. First off, I don't know who the fuck that is, and I know the owner, and I know who hangs out there, right? So I go, I'll walk in the backyard. I'm like, yo, what you doing, dude? And he turned at me, looked at me like and started talking to me like I was in the wrong. I was like, hey, check this out, fool. I'm allowed to be here, and I don't know who you are. And the fucker was a cop. I said, I don't give a fuck. Cops are illegal too, boy. You tell me, give me some information and guarantee that I know you know the owner, or else we're going to have problems. And I was talking to a cop when I told him that. He was in plain clothes. He wasn't on duty, but he was still, a cop. This was his job, was a cop. So when I say talk to a cop, he wasn't in uniform. And even if he was in uniform, I'd have been like, whoa, what's up, bro? You're a Fremont cop. What are you doing in Vallejo? I'd have probably fucked with him harder, actually. I'd be like, isn't there some legislation that says that you can't be fucking doing copping in a different town or some shit like that? Kind of get you out of your jurisdiction. That's why if you come to a town, I don't know if any of you guys know this, depending on your town and your city and state, you have state police, county police, and city police. And sometimes you have, well, hold on, wait. State, county, yeah, sheriffs, and then city. Okay. Inside your city, certain roads are designated as state roads, and the state is responsible for paving them and maintaining them and all. The state troopers can ticket you legally on those roads. Different roads are designated even inside city limits as county access roads. And the county is responsible for the roads and maintenance of them, the lights and stuff like that. And county cops can fuck with you on those roads. So if you are wanting to press any laws to the extent of maybe them going to the illegal side, make sure the route that you're taking doesn't correspond with another agency following you, because you might be able to get away with something on a city level that the county and the state won't tolerate if they bust you. Just a heads up if you ever want to think about doing bad things, which I wouldn't suggest, but become informed before you do, because it would mean the difference between 1 and 5 years in jail. And of course, if you become informed, you'd be like, I don't want to spend a year in jail, and you won't do it. So knowledge is power. You saved yourself from going to jail by learning shit. Yeah. What were you thinking of doing crime, Art? Doing crime in the 70s was a lot easier. There were no cameras. Matter of fact, I don't even think we got cable TV until the 80s. Everyone else in the nation pretty much had it. We were like one of the last. We still had fucking antennas, fucking rabbit ears. Yeah, I don't weigh Matthews. Back to Matthews. I just saw his thing. You weigh it and dry it. I don't weigh it because I don't sell. Now, if I go to sell it, I'll sell the shit that I have that's cured, because it's, as far as if I open those up, the whole fucking house will stink. Smelled right. The ones that are drying haven't got to that point. They'll still get you stoned. They just don't have the smell because I haven't cured them. They're just drying. But if I went and stuck them in cure, and also while curing, if you want to cure weed and have it last inside a sealed, airtight device, and you want it to stay fresh for a year, you ever know that trick? Well, here's part of the trick. Well, I don't have to open it up. Humidity control, two-way humidity control. It keeps the humidity and oxygen level at a certain place if it's a contained, vacuumed, sealed device. And when you store your marijuana, you put it in a vacuum sealed device or a jar that has an airtight lid. So if you stick this in there, you will not get mold or mildew, and it will cure at the right 30% humidity level. And your shit will stay there. And that's at the perfect curing. You keep it in the jar, you keep it in a dark spot. You notice I got blanket over mine, and it'll stay good for over a year. I don't like bags. My shit's too sticky. Jars, it even sticks to the side of the jars, but it's easier to get it off. But in a bag, the whole bag, it would stick around the whole fucking bud and deform the bud and shit. I don't like that. Actually, what I do, I take it out of the fucking vacuum containers, and then I'll fill this little thing here up to let it kind of dry out, because when I first pull it out of the vacuum containers that I put in here, it's still fresh. It's not wet, but it's still got heavy moisture to it, and it's harder to grind up. So if I let the shit dry, see, you can see the trichomes on that too. I know it's not a good camera, but if I let it dry, it's easier to use this on, in which case it's easier to fill this up. So that way, when I dump this out, I just dump this into my hand, put it in here, and I'm all done for a good 2 days. And then I got to do it again. And that's how I do that. But I like glass jars. I don't like petroleum products in my weed. So I use glass. I was thinking about getting glass 5-gallon buckets. I still use the Alhambra 5-gallon buckets for my reverse osmosis water. But when I move, I'll probably get stainless steel, because I'll have a permanent place and I'll be able to move the equipment and just leave it in one place. Leave me alone, Jim Jim. So, anything else? No one's talking. What's up? We need chatter. I was just going to do a video about NNE, which I obviously already did. And now it's just bullshit time. But if you guys don't have no more inquiries, not inquiries, inquiries. Hemp. Ooh, well, there you go. Lumber industry. Lumber prices get too expensive. You're going to see America start growing weed and doing hemp. I've already seen some building construction techniques that they're using hemp. And it seems to actually be better than wood because it doesn't mildew, it doesn't rot, it doesn't attract bugs, the termites and shit like that. So it seems like actually, if you look at the hemp industry and what it does for building, and you look at the wood industry and what it does for building, and the consequent ill effects of using either or product, I wonder why we ever made hemp illegal, because it actually seems, I don't have the information from when they didn't do the science on it back in the 50s and the 40s and the 60s, but the information we're getting out now. Ooh, damn, yeah. Shit, I need to do that. I got a freaking report saved that new studies, and it's a valid college with federal money funding study that says smoking weed can make you smarter. Sunday, or someone remind me in chat. I'll forget, but I've got it saved. Well, it's not another way to become rich under Trump. See, this is a misnomenclature people have. Certain things are already going to happen. Trump actually alluded to this in one of his speeches. I think it was today. He's like, oh, I thought it was going to have a second term back-to-back. Hey, what's up, Beto? Thought it was going to have a second term back-to-back, and we were going to have the Olympics here. And then I lost, and then something happened, and we didn't have the Olympics. But now I'm going to be president during the Olympics and the World Cup here in America. Oddly enough. So things are planned long in advance. President, that's why they say that he can make very little change in the direction of the country, because he's got a very limited amount of time, because things are already pre-planned out long before that president gets in office. What they're actually vying for when they're running for president is to see who can be in power when the times are going to be good, because it's already pre-planned out. It's cycles, like what I was telling you about on what I was telling Matthew about. You take and you buy $100 this one, it jumps up, you pull 100% profit and your initial out, and if it runs, cool. If you lose it, whatever, and you take that money and transfer it to something else, and it runs, and you run cycles. And our economy runs on cycles. That's why when Nixon said, and no, I don't see why people haven't put this together. Nixon said it was temporary. Okay, that's the time we became a consumer nation, when the fiat dollar started. It was temporary. Now you look at a big scale of the world, and you look at the taxes and tariffs and the deals that we had 80 years ago. 80-year cycle ended. 80-year cycle. Well, that was about the time period that we allowed most of the world to tax and tariff us, which also Donald Trump's now talking about, saying, well, if you go to Europe, you don't see many Ford manufacturers there, but you see their stuff over here. They've been, and he's right, because it's been planned that way. And the plan for the time for them to stop taxing and tariffing us without us taxing and tariffing them is over, because it was an 80-year deal for them, the countries that we defeated in World War II and other countries, to rebuild their economies off of our wealth. We were a manufacturing nation. We were wealth. So we allowed them to tax and tariff us for 80 years. That's over. Whoever's president when that's over, why do you think I wanted to run? Not only did I want the $425,000 paycheck, the president really ain't got shit to do. A couple executive orders, 100 days, and then it's meet and greet, kiss the babies, and go play golf, because you're not really doing much. You got like fucking 10,000 people that are actually making those choices for you that you should appoint. And that's why he failed last time. Because those 10,000 people he appointed to do all the fucking work, most of them fucked him. That's how things work. I see it. So you can't blame the game, the player, blame the game. This time around, why do you think he's firing everyone so fast? Because he saw the game. How to stall the fucking progress, how to slow things down, how to fuck the economy up. He said, Fired. I'll point. Roll on. Yeah, that hurts a lot of feelings. A lot of people get fired. Shit, I got fired. I've been fired my whole fucking life, man. You think I built the same building for the past 33 years? You know, this is what we talk about, term limits. Well, there should be term limits for government employees too, because they got a guaranteed retirement as soon as they get hired. You ever think of that as you're on the unemployment line? Your taxes are going to be, he's got a guaranteed job, she's got a guaranteed job because they work for the government. They ain't got no concerns. You want to know what the good life is? Used to be working for the government because you had a guaranteed job, guaranteed vacation, guaranteed pension. Holy shit, are you set? It's coming to an end. A lot of people are going to hate it. Wow, man, I guess you got too content and comfortable in your given position. Things change. Those who see don't get run over. That's why I started my channel, to bring vision, to let you guys see. Anyhow, sorry for the little rant. Let's see who came in. Beto came in. And John Camper came in. How's it going, John? No, I don't have a video on cycles because I kind of still learning myself. I've known about them. I've never really paid attention to them. And I don't exactly know how they run. I have an idea of but this year, last year, that's another reason why I'm with Ninja. I'm learning from him. He's learning from me too. Don't get it wrong. He's done several shows because of me, and he's still learning from me a little bit. But I learned more from him on that because he's the guy on cycles. Just watch his shows, man. You can pick up a lot of shit. Whoever, if you don't like the God stuff, don't listen to it. You don't like the XRP shit, don't listen to it. But his whole thing of doing the XRP is it's the cycle of crypto. It's the cycle of alts. In this particular cycle, this one's unique because of what happened with the government, this one, and that one, and this one. And he knows all that shit. And he knows the cycles and intricacies of certain things in those cycles that I'm not on top of. I'm on top of other stuff, geopolitical, what's going on with the different, what do you call them? Not site, but economics world experiments. There's, I'm into that kind of thing because I want to know where we're going. And then I also am more into geopolitical because I want to know stuff like, when did the tax tariffs, what about the state, things that he doesn't talk about is what I'm into. And that's why he does his channel, because the things he talks about, he's into. And I'm learning about that stuff. I'm into the stuff that I'm into and a little bit of what he knows. But he knows a lot more about what he knows than I know about what he knows. And so I'm learning about that. Sorry about the long explanation. Give much credit to Travis. He knows what he's talking about. He might sound crazy. And yeah, actually he does sound crazy sometimes. I'll tell you right now, he sounds like a fucking nut sometimes. I tell him that too. But it's not wrong often. And and if you see him say bye, and you don't go to that fucking one video that says, hey, you know what? I'm going to tell you when to sell too. And you don't listen to him all the time and you miss some of the information he gives, then he sounds like an idiot because you didn't get all the information because you didn't watch him enough. He gives different information. His shows are new information. 7 out of 10 shows, he'll bring up new information. So, and he already said several times, he's going to tell you when he sells, what he's buying, when he changes cycles. He's going to go from crypto to silver, from Bitcoin to alts and all the cycles. Like a Bitcoin will run first. Next thing, here's a cycle for you, Art. Okay, Bitcoin is like stale at like 1,000, 100,000, 3, 4, somewhere around there. Okay, when it starts running up, 30, 140 or whatever, 120, wherever, and then it stallmates again, alts are going to run. The alts are going to run. That's when you want your XLP or your was it XRP, XLM, Algo, ADA, HBAR, XCN, these little ones, because those are known as alts. Now, in the alt cycle, there's a lot of technicals and a lot of fundamentals. This is where you get your experts in that cycle. So to see the cycles is one thing. To understand and navigate each in particular cycle, you have to have some knowledge of that cycle. So you're not buying a fucking rug pull coin or a Ponzi scheme coin. So you have to have a limited amount of knowledge of each of these cycles so you know when to jump, what to jump into, and what properly to jump into. Now going into the PM market's easy from crypto. But now here's the thing about cycles. Here's some more about cycles. The precious metals market, I believe, is a 40 or 50-year cycle. That's why when you see, and man, I wish I was on StreamYard. I'd have JM up here. You can pull up the chart. If you look at a long-term gold chart, it goes in a cup and handle. That cup part of the cup and handle was 30-some years long. It's one of the longest, slowest cycles. A bull run for precious metals, 7 to 10 years. Now look at crypto. How many people have the mindset of, oh, I want to wait 5 minutes before I make 1,000% gain, are going to be into a 40-year cycle, precious metals. Precious metals really aren't a cycle to be in unless that handle's coming to an end and it's going to burst, which is somewhere around now. 20 years ago, I'd have been just like, yeah, buy. Oh, it ain't going to do nothing for quite some time. And it's going to happen after this run. The gold and silver, they're going to go 30 years. You'll be dead before they run again. Crypto will run in another 4 years. Stock market, different stocks, different sectors of different stocks have cycles. Nanonuclear. Okay, here's a new industry for cycles, and I don't know what this cycle is going to be. It's new. It's micronuclear and small modular nuclear reactors. Never been done in history. All the new tech coming out, making some great evolutionary shifts in those industries that are new. And if you look at nanonuclear energy, they just got some good news, a couple good bursts of news. Their stock went up 140%. I've been seeing that coming. I haven't seen a cycle with them, but the cycle, I guess, would be when you see something that's tangibly good and viable and commonsensical and safe and can work, then look into it, especially if it's new, especially if it has to do with, at this time in history, we have BRICS, we have Saudi not going to BRICS, keeping the energy sector in the West and not going to BRICS, and that dynamics of the geopolitical world cycle hitting. At the same time, we have the 80-year end of the tariffs and taxes on us and we not on them ending. We have a 50-year cycle of the fucking fiat dollar ending and us going back from, because when the fiat dollar started, we ended being a manufacturing nation, became a consumer nation, and the whole world dynamics changed. Everything was glory and rosy for after 10 years in the 70s of it being like shit. Things started getting better again. And now it's time, Nixon even said it, it's temporary. Every economist tell you, yeah, a 50-year thing cycle just ended. And that's why I'm so amazed that people haven't really gone on board with getting rid of the fiat dollar, because, okay, I hope you get an epiphany off this. 2% inflation is what you'll hear them all say this for the Harley. 2% inflation. What is 100% if you have 2% inflation? How many years will it take you to get there? It's pretty simple math. 50. The fiat dollar has been around for 53 years. So if you want to know where your buying power went, quit crying. You don't have any buying power. It's all fictitious. We're at 106% inflation from the initiation of the dollar at its 100% value. 106. Where it's already, whoever's making money, they're doing, someone's making nothing but money, because our economy is run off of a lie. Bottom line. Now you can get into the fucking technicals to find out how that lie is working. Basically, it's a fucking lie. 2% inflation, 50 years, change back up. Now you have geopolitical shit that stalls that up, like Biden coming in office, other people in other areas of the world having office that are just as deranged in their thought process of what a world should look like. Then you have 86 countries out of 187 countries in the world this past year voted to go the other way. Wanted to get away from globalism. Wanted to go more sovereign nation building instead of global building. That throws off the UN, kicks out the World Health Organization and all their plans, because it's a cycle. So there's cycles in everything. In our life, we're going to live through. And that's why I like Africa and Ecuador, because they're social experiments in money. And that's why I've chosen to do reports on West Africa rather than the Ecuador BTC. Because how you determine what a money is going to be, a successful monetary system. Hey! Is you have experiments in the world. You take small countries and you do experiments. You take one like Ecuador and make it a full BTC economy. Now, what you got to look at is if it's going to be a successful monetary system as far as BTC goes. What you want to look at is how is it affecting that country's economy and the surrounding country's economy? Is it helping growth and development, not only in that country, but in surrounding countries from that unit of currency? Supposed currency. Okay. You look at Ecuador, you see, yeah, that country's doing okay because a lot of money's getting pumped into it because it's BTC. That's a fictitious start. That's why you look at the countries around the country that you're doing the social experiment of the monetary system on. They're not benefiting. So if you're going to use a BTC as a currency, it's going to be a regional success story. And everywhere else it'll fail, basically. Now you look at West Africa. You have Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. Mali was the poorest nation in the world. They got off of ECOWAS, which is the French-run euro dollar that they were forcing upon the 15 or 16 ECOWAS nations, and controlling their inflation rate and all this other stuff. They broke away from that, want to come up with their own monetary system. Haven't come up with their own monetary system, but since they broke away from the ECOWAS, Mali, the poorest nation in the world, the most indebted nation in the world, has already paid off their debt. Burkina Faso, like one of the 15th poorest nations in the world, just paid off their national debt. And they don't even have a monetary system yet. They're running just off of the gold they're getting out of the ground. The benefit to the countries around them has been outstanding as far as for growth and development, because the monetary system they fell back on to get on top of their country's economic scenario that they've had of failure was they went back to gold and used it as a base rather than the BTC. And if you look at those countries and look at the surrounding countries around them, how many countries are joining the ASC of Sahel nations? 2 more are fixing to join. How many countries are joining Ecuador and BTC? So if you want a successful monetary system, you'll go with a heavily accepted commodity, such as gold, or at least partial. And you can also look at what BRICS is doing, supposedly. They are allowing these countries to do with their BRICS SWIFT type system, but they've got their country, and this is why it's going to fail. Their countries, each country in BRICS has to have 30% of their money that they're going to use on their BRICS SWIFT system backed by commodities, and then they have to have a stable economy that their in particular dollar, for lack of a better word, for all the countries that, I don't want to say all their currencies, so we'll just say dollar. Their in particular dollar, they have to have a stable economy to where it's a stable enough currency, along with backed by 30% commodities, to be able to be trusted by the other partners in BRICS. And that's another reason why it's going to fail. Trusted. Iran and, well, Saudi didn't enter, thank God, because they would have gone to war. Okay, Egypt and Ethiopia fixing to go to war. You think they're going to trust each other's economies? Don't think so. They both joined BRICS. China and India, they're fixing to go to war. They don't trust each other's economically. China and Russia are fixing to have some issues, and it'll come up in the news here in a little while. I did a couple of reports on it. Russia's been stealing. They got 90% of North Korea's trade is now with Russia instead of China. Really fucking economically fucking China, along with all their other problems. No one talks about that, but I did a story on it. Now let's see. Hey, what's up, Emerald? I didn't see you coming in. Sorry, bro. Crafty Beto. Now there's a Trump coin. Yeah, that's a Sunday talk thing. I'm not. There's a lot of things I like. A lot of things. This is why I see if you'd have voted for me, I would have never had a Neocoin, and you'd have been a lot more solid in my economic stance. I'm not so sure because of that. But anyhow, what's up, Emerald Ponzi scheme like Trump official coin? Yeah, I think it is 79. Nickel had some Bitcoin. Nickel had some Bitcoin only because someone gave it to him. Nickel is a silver sissy. 79 got some good ones. And let's see. We are cooked. No, we are not cooked. Oh yeah, 79. No, I left this this window right there. That little crack, I left it open because the outside cats like fucking with the inside cats and vice versa. And that's what's happening right now. I bet you if I go up there, it'll be Giovanni. No, it's not Giovanni. What's that cat's name? Neighbor changed Black Cat's name. Some Italian name. I think I'll call him Giovanni. It's either going to be the Black Cat or Grayman. Gray and White Cat will be outside. And now I have to check to make sure I'm right. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Who's out there, babies? Grayman. Nope. Might have been a possum hitting the cat food. Might have been a possum hitting the cat food. It could have been Giovanni. I'll call him Giovanni because he doesn't hang out the window and let me pet him. Grayman. Funny thing, it's like Grayman's like that chicken in that gun at the mall, the fair, where you get a BB gun and you shoot the chicken and it goes back and forth. Grayman's tail will go across and all you'll see is his tail, and that's what drives these inside cats crazy because all they'll see is the tail and they'll start swatting at it, right? But from Grayman's perspective, someone's grabbing his tail and like kind of rubbing it, and it's got some claws, so it feels good. So he goes back and forth for like 20 minutes at a time. These cats get tired fucking with him. There'll be like 2 or 3 up there. Like right now, there's 3 up there, or 2 up there, and 1 ready to go. In like 5 to 10 minutes, there'll be 3 other ones up there because these guys will get tired of swatting at that tail. It's good entertainment. That's why I'm gonna have a cat when I move. I'm gonna have an outside cat patio with a 24/7 camera on it. Just cat. It's gonna be a cat YouTube video 24/7 live, and it'll probably make money. Cats do some crazy shit, man, especially when you're not around. But if you have a camera going, then you catch it. But I'm gonna be busy with the lightning strike channel in a couple months too. And I don't know if I'll get around to that. I might just leave my cats alone and not make them YouTube stars. Unless they got these glasses. They have cameras on each side. And I know you've probably seen the old ones with the big fucking cameras. No, these ones are like small LED size cameras. I think it's like an Apple technology where it'll record and audio. And and it turns it on. If I get those glasses, like today, Gandalf was fucking with Harley in that corner. Gandalf was on the ground. And he stands up like a meerkat. I don't know if you know what an African meerkat is. They stand up on their back legs and they do this number. And he looks around. Gandalf, my Russian blue, does that. And he was doing that for like 5 minutes. It was cute as hell. If I had those glasses, I would have hit the record. And I'd had a good video, a better video than my cat videos I have now. Yeah, I think, is that what it is? The Meta glasses? Well, no. Meta glasses are like that. I think Meta glasses are specifically for some meta universe shit. These are they actually record everything you see and do. And it's more, I believe it was more based on security and liability and photography, videography. It wasn't to go into a metaverse scenario, but it could be. I could be wrong. I just saw them one time, but I think it was a long time before the meta came along. I could be wrong. I want to throw that disclaimer out there. But yeah, if I get those glasses, I'll have some real good cat videos. But later, about probably summertime, I'm hoping to have some real good lightning videos of different lightning strikes happening, slow-mo, different camera angles, different camera shutter speeds, all this other crap. And then I'll be selling crystal lightning artwork as well, and hopefully I'll be able to figure out how to do lightning sculptures. Yeah, still working on that one. I think I got it figured out. And I'm also working on a way to fucking take about a 1-inch fucking rubber and cover up part of it, so that way it'll stop the negative energy from coming up, so I don't get struck by lightning as I'm filling the thing up. And that's crossed my mind as well, because the technique I'm using to draw the lightning is different than most people, because I've learned in my studies that lightning starts from the ground with a negative energy, and it shoots up about 20 foot in the air ish, depending on where you are, average about 20 foot, and it's like a blue, takes a special camera to see it, but it's like a little blue stream that comes up, kind of like not like a lightsaber, but you can't see it with your naked eye. It'll come up, and as soon as it gets up to a certain point, like the second atmosphere, around 20-ish foot, the positive energy from up to about 15 miles away of the clouds and the sky, just the positive particle energy, will sense that, negatives attract. So it'll sense it. And as soon as the positive energy comes and hits that negative energy, that's actually when you hear the kaboom. And within like 100,000th of a second, you'll see the lightning come from wherever the positive energy was before it hit the negative ion energy coming from the ground. Because the earth is the ground. It's a battery. The earth is the ground, and the sky is the positive charge. The earth's the negative charge. So you just like put a fucking lightning rod in the ground, one up here, box in the middle. I just explained it to you. You guys need to freaking chill, man. Did you get in the catnip or something? These guys are going crazy back here. Fucking nut. But anyhow, yeah, I wanted to keep this not too long. I'm glad everyone stopped by. It seems like conversation stopped, so I'm going to go ahead and end it, because I got a lunatic freaking cat. He's fixing to do kitty cat zoomies. If I stay long enough, he'll actually do dog zoomies right up there. It's funny but annoying at the same time. But it's cute every time, all the same. No, I think he's going to jump down. But anyhow, yeah, thank you very much, guys, for stopping by. I do appreciate it. And look into nano-nuclear energy. It's still going to go up a long ways. I don't know if it'll jump up $140 or 140% in a week again. It's quite possible. Do your own research. This is for entertainment purposes. And buy some platinum. It's going to take off too. And I'll deal with these crazy lunatic cats. You guys have a good evening. Let's see. How do I end this stream? Ah, there it is.